Hey, what's up guys? So, the other day Uniden released firmware 1.46 for the R1 and the R3, which brought a number of cool features. However, a number of you guys have been having issues with the update, and so in this video I want to go over those issues as well as what you can do to resolve them. So, starting off, for those of you guys who are trying to update but aren't able to, if your computer can't see the detector, make sure that you install the drivers. It's a different link on Uniden's website. One of the links is for the drivers, the other one is for the update software, so make sure you have the drivers installed first, and then you can update the detector. If you've done that and the computer's still not able to see the detector, make sure that you're using a USB cable that's designed for data communication, not just power to like charge a phone or something. I wish Uniden would include the necessary cable. If you don't have one, I'll have a link in the video description to where you can pick one up, but that's something to keep an eye out for as well. Additionally, if you are a Mac user, the update software looks like it only works on the newer versions of OS X, so High Sierra and Mojave. If you have an older version like Sierra or older, I don't think it works. If any of you guys have been able to update on Sierra, let me know, but I don't think you're able to do that. For you guys who've updated and you're wondering why your Uniden boot logo is not red, it's because once you update the detector, it doesn't change all of your settings back to the factory defaults. That's the default color, but once you update, it doesn't change any of your settings. Speaking of updating your detector, Uniden does recommend that after you update, you go in and change to factory defaults yourself, and that is important to do, just like with any updates. I believe in the beta development process, at one point we got a new beta version of the firmware, and there was a person finding the detector couldn't detect MRCD properly until he did the factory reset. And so, yeah, make sure you do that, factory reset, and then you can go back in and reprogram your detector, which is a little bit of annoying, but I've got a tutorial on my website that goes over all the settings, and it is updated for 1.46 for you guys. And then once you do that, yes, of course, it will show you the red default boot logo, and then you can just go in and change to whatever color you want. Next, I want to talk about a change to TSF. As I mentioned, they've reverted back to an older version of TSF to help with traffic sensors in some places like Colorado and a couple other places that I forget off the top of my head. But something that we were finding, and a big thank you to you guys on RDF who were testing and reporting this and posting some videos, it looks like the delay is quite a bit longer than what we were seeing before, and even longer than some other detectors. If you look at 1.37 with TSF turned on, there's really not much of a delay at all. However, if you're running 1.46, there's actually a several second delay for TSF. Now, this is quite long to have a delay that's maybe 3 seconds or so. Usually with other detectors, you're looking at around half a second to maybe a second or so. To have several seconds, in my opinion, is way too long. It's kind of risky as far as missing potential K-band quick trigger shots.
Okay, let's try it again. Nothing.
So I would like to see Uniden actually reduce that delay, but still ensure that TSF works. And it would also be cool to see maybe two different options for TSF, one for what we had with 1.37 and another one for people who need the 1.46/1.25, the one that's better at filtering out traffic sensors. Now, the reason I say that it would be nice to have the option for the 1.37 version of TSF is some people are reporting that, and I'm not totally sure about this yet, it's always tough to like tell for sure with BSM stuff, but some people are reporting that the detector was actually better at filtering out BSMs before the 1.46 update, and I think it has to do with the 1.37's version of TSF, which had a little bit more signal analysis to help filter out BSMs. Now, TSF, it's not designed to filter out BSMs, but if you watch my video that explains how blind spot monitoring radar works, and then, you know, how TSF can work to filter out some pulsed radar, it'll make more sense. But in short, TSF, even though it's not designed to filter out blind spot pulses, it actually can help with that. And it seems like some people are reporting the detector is not quite as good anymore, and they wish they had the older version of TSF. So it would be cool to see us have both options. In my opinion, I think now that they're getting a lot of the MRCD stuff done, they should really, you know, start to focus on BSM filtering in general, and also the laser false alert filtering. Those, I know a lot of you guys are wanting that as well, should be some of the biggest priorities. For you guys with Honda and Acura falses, the Uniden is not able to filter it out with any firmware version or setting. They're kind of tough to filter out. Redenso with their Pro-M and RCM are the only ones that I know of that are currently able to filter them out. Not entirely, but most of them, which is really impressive. I'd like to see Uniden, of course, be able to do the same thing. Who knows if they can do it? I didn't actually think they were even able to update the R3 to support the MRCD. If you looked at other detectors like Escort, NetRadar, Redenso, they actually needed hardware updates in order to detect the MRCD. Uniden was able to do it with the software update, which was really surprising. There are some limitations as far as sweeping down below 24.050, so yes, there's still some compromises and whatnot, but you know, they can definitely do things as far as software updates, so fingers crossed. Another issue that some people are reporting are sometimes the detector will not even power up properly, or it'll boot up and you'll be able to hear alerts, but the display will be completely off. Sometimes there's kind of this weird artifacting on screen and things aren't showing up properly. People have tried switching back and forth between different firmware versions, and eventually it does start working again. I've seen this in not one, but 2 different instances. It's not a widespread thing, but I have seen now 2 people reporting this, which makes me think it's not necessarily a hardware issue or like a loose ribbon cable or something. So that is kind of weird. Resolving this one seems to be a case of like switching between different firmware versions, and it's nice. With the software, you can upgrade and you can also downgrade. Some people have reported trying an older version of the update software, so basically jumping around to different versions, and then it kind of starts to work again, or sometimes rebooting the detector. It's weird. I don't know if there's some issues as far as the update process itself or some instability that's being introduced. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I think their update process and the updates themselves could use some improvement here. This has not been the smoothest update, and I'm sorry I'm talking kind of quickly. 5-Minute Fridays, trying to get it all covered, but yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here. So anyways, if you guys are seeing issues, hop onto the forums for reporting any issues or troubleshooting or getting your issues resolved, and you'll get suggestions from other people. So yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with this one, and we're all still just kind of, testing it and learning more about it. But anyways, these are some of the things that we've been seeing so far, and that people have been reporting, and also how to resolve them. So thanks for watching. Hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, or of course, always hop on the forums. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Whew! That was fast. Bye.